Yeah, good morning. In the today's class, you are learning about the procedures and functions. Then coming to by using the application program, how you are connecting to the database. These three topics in the today's class you are learning. In the last class, you learned about the integrity constraints. Under the integrity constraints, you learned about the primary key, not null, unique, then foreign key, then check constraint, default constraints. These six you learn under the constraints. The major one, the primary key it follows the always one-to-one cardinality principle. Coming to foreign key, always it will follow the one-to-many or many-to-one cardinality principle. Coming to the not null constraint, the not null constraints can be declared at the column level, we cannot declare at the table level. Coming to the unique constraint, primary key and foreign key, default constraint and the check constraints we declare at the column level and the table level. Now in the today's class you are learning with the help of the application program how we are connecting to the database. How we are connecting to the database. Specifically here we are learning with the help of Java programming language. Now we are connecting to the database. It is a practical scenario. Just we are learning only for the theory part. Coming to the practical, we are learning under the lab. Under the lab, we are learning about the code operations by using the Java application. How we are creating the table with the help of programming language, Java programming language. How we are creating the table when you are connecting to the database. After creating the table, then next we are going for inserting the record under the table. That insert command we are writing under your Java application. Then here under this application we are learning the code operations. Create, update, retrieve and delete. These four operations we are learning under the Java by using the Java programming language. Now if you want to go for your how we are accessing the SQL from the programming language. Accessing the SQL from the programming language. Now, if you want to access, actually it is categorized the embedded SQL and the dynamic SQL. Now, if you want to go for under this SQL provides a powerful declarative query language. Writing the queries under the SQL is usually much easier than the coding the same queries in the general purpose of the programming language. Means here, with the help of the application program, with the help of the any language program, when you are connecting to the database, we are writing the lengthy source code. Coming to with the help of SQL query, structure query language, under the command prompt, when you are writing the commands, for example, if you want to create the table, just we are creating create table, table name, then we are assigning the attributes. For that attribute, we are specifying the data types. Then we are writing this command under the SQL prompt. Now, if you want to write directly, we are going to the backend of the database under the SQL prompt. When you are writing the query is executing on the database server. Now, here with the help of the application program, how we are connecting to the database server. After connecting to the database servers, then we are executing the query. The queries we are writing under the programming language. Now, the major general purpose of the programming language, least two regions will be there. Not all queries can be expressed under the SQL. Now, when you are writing the application programming, all queries cannot be expressed under the SQL. Now, structure query language does not provide the full expressive power of the general purpose programming language. Means it will not support for the SQL for when you are writing the application. It will not support full application purpose. There existing the queries can be expressed in the language such as C programming and the C programming language, Java programming language or the COBOL that cannot be expressed in the SQL. Such queries can be embedded under the SQL within the more powerful language. See here, means the queries cannot be embedded under the C or Java or COBOL. Now coming to non-declarative actions such as printing or reporting or interacting with the user. Means if you want to write the query if you are writing, maybe if you want to give the application for the print, or maybe if you want to give the particular page, if you want to give, means specific query will be not there. These are not declarative actions will be there. Under the graphical user interface cannot be done from within the SQL. Means GUI applications will not support for your SQL. Applications usually have the several components and the queries are updating the data. Only the one component other than the component are written in the general purpose programming languages. Means so many components will be there. If you want to update your data for maybe under the GUI also n number of components will be there. Suppose if you want to integrate the application, it means combine the, if you want to integrate the application, we are combining the structured query language in the programming language. There are the two approaches under the SQL. We are having the general purpose programming language. We are having the dynamic SQL and the embedded SQL. Coming to the dynamic SQL means the runtime it will be executed. Most of the applications, the Java applications will come under the dynamic SQL. Coming to the embedded SQL means at the time of the compilation it will execute. Now here the runtime is executing, we are calling as a dynamic SQL. The major purpose of the general purpose of the under the dynamic SQL query, when you are designing the programming language, when you are connecting and communicating to the database servers, connecting of the functions means when you are connecting the functions, we are having the procedural functions will be there. Under the procedural, we are having the methods and object oriented language will be there. Dynamic languages allow the programs to construct the SQL queries such as a character strings at the runtime. Means when you are running the application at the runtime, we can pass this in the format of the string query. The string query, when you are passing under the dynamic SQL, it retrieves the result in the programming variable tuples at the time. Dynamic SQL components of the SQL allows the program to construct the submit and the SQL queries at the runtime. What I said for the dynamic means it will execute at the runtime. Coming to the embedded SQL, like the dynamic SQL, embedded SQL means it is embedded under the SQL queries. Under the dynamic SQL queries also SQL queries is embedded. Coming to the embedded SQL queries, it can interact with the database servers under the embedded SQL. Structured query language statements are identified at the compilation time using the preprocessor. Means dynamic SQL at the runtime, coming to the embedded SQL compile at the using the preprocessor. Preprocessor is submitted the SQL statement to the database. Means at the time of it is executing under the database server. Coming to the dynamic SQL, it is not at the time of the compilation, it is not executing under database server. At the runtime only it is executing. The major difference between the embedded SQL and the dynamic SQL. Now, if you are going for the embedded SQL, the embedded SQL provides a powerful declarative query language. Writing under the queries in SQL usually such as easier than the coding the same queries in the general purpose will be there. Now, when you are designing the application with the help of the embedded, all queries can be expressed in the SQL structured query language. Structured query language does not provide the full expressive power of the general purpose language. There exist the queries that can be expressed in the language such as C and Java or the COBOL that cannot be expressed under the SQL. When you are using the embedded SQL, if you are writing these queries under the C programming or Java or the COBOL, cannot be expressed the SQL query. Now, when you are writing the queries, when you are writing the such queries under the embedded SQL within the more powerful language. Now, at the time of the design, the queries is written under the optimized, automatically is executed and providing the full powerful programming language such as automation, optimization, execution is very difficult. Now, non-declarative actions such as printing and the reports are the interacting with sending the results. Now, if you want to declare the non-declarative actions such as printing the report, if you want to generate the report in the format of the print, it is not possible under the embedded SQL. Cannot be done from with the help of the SQL structured query language. Applications usually has to write the several components for executing and updating the data, only the one component. Other than the component writing is the general purpose of the programming language. Interacting the application, the program is written the programming language able to access the database servers. SQL structure query language, defining the embedded under the SQL is a variety of the programming language such as C programming and the Java application and the COBOL language. Now when you're writing the structure query language are embedded and reference the hosting language. Now the structures is permanent the host language comprise embedded SQL. The basic structure for this language is follows by the system for embedded with the help of PLSQL, procedural language and a structure query language. Now if you want to write the embedded SQL queries, when you are writing this embedded SQL queries under the command prompt, now first we should write the execute SQL statement. With the help of execute SQL statement is identified with the embedded SQL request to preprocessor. Now when you are writing the execute SQL, under the execute SQL, when you are writing embedded SQL statement, then the end of the statement query compulsory we should write end execute. This varies by the language. For example, Java and embedded with the help of the structure query language, when you are using, we are writing in this format. The variables of the hosting language can be used within the embedded SQL statement that may be preceded with the column to distinguish the SQL variable. Before executing any SQL query statement, the program must be first connect to the database server. when you are executing the SQL command under the embedded SQL, connect to the database name and the username, and at the end of the we should write compulsory with the end of the execution under the embedded SQL. If you want to write the relational under the query, we should use to declare the cursor. The major purpose of the cursor means for retrieving purpose. This cursor scenario is available under the OOPS concepts under the Java. Cursor is the main purpose for retrieving. If you want to retrieve the record, n number of records, it is possible with the help of the cursor. Means with the help of the select statement, we are retrieving the particular only one record. With the help of the cursors, based on the condition, we can retrieve the multiple records at a time. The main purpose of the cursors means for iteration or recursion purpose. If you want to retrieve the n number of records. Cursors, again, it is categorized into two types. Implicit cursors and explicit cursors will be there. Implicit cursors means internally it will execute. Explicit cursors means we should define. Under the cursor, when the cursor is opening, after fetching the cursor, then cursor declaration, opening the cursor, fetching the cursor, then closing the cursor. These four statements will be there under the cursor. Now, if you want to go for under the Java also, we are having as a cursors will be there. Iteration, list iteration, enumerations will come under the cursors under the Java when you are using the collections concept. Coming to the under the database also, we are having as a cursors. The main purpose of the cursors, if you want to retrieve the n number of records, we are going for the cursor. The cursor scenario is implemented under the PLSQL program. Procedural language under the structure query language. This PLSQL is a programming language. This programming language is derived with the help of the SQL. Under the SQL, what are the drawbacks will be there? The drawbacks, they eliminated, they implemented under the PLSQL program. Now, if you want to go for the embedded SQL, under the embedded SQL, if you want to write the query, execute SQL, then we are declaring the cursor. Declare cursor, cursor name, cursor, first select ID, then name from the table, from the class. From the class, the student is a table, then we are giving as a where class, and the where class we are giving as a condition. Then we are, at the end of the embedded SQL, we are writing the end, then execute SQL, embedded SQL. Now, if you want to open the cursor, we should go for the opening the cursor. Fetching means how many records may be if you want to retrieve. With the help of the fetching only, it is a fetch statement, it is possible. Then at the end of after fetching, then we should close the cursor properly. That is the purpose we are taking as a close cursor statement. Now coming to the dynamic SQL. Dynamic SQL means it will execute at the runtime. At the runtime only under the database server, the query will be execute. Embedded SQL means at the time of the compilation time only, the query is executing under the database server. The major difference between the dynamic SQL and the embedded SQL. Coming to the embedded SQL, if you want to design the embedded SQL application means JDBC, ODBC application is the best example for your dynamic application. Now, by using the Java application, how we are connecting to the database server? Now, if you want to connect to the database server, first we should select the driver. Means, if you are using as a Oracle software, then we are going for the SQL. If you are using as a MySQL database server, then we can go for the MySQL. Now, with the help of the Java application, now we are connecting to the Oracle database server. Now we are having the under the Java programming under the rarefare we are having as a SQL structure query language is a package will be there. Under the package it can consist classes and interfaces will be there. A package means collection of classes and interfaces. It can consist collection of classes and interfaces. Means predefined classes and interfaces is available. With the help of predefined classes and interfaces, now we are designing the application program with the help of package. Now, under the package, we are having the classes and interfaces will be there. Now, if you want to write the application program, first we should select the driver. We are selecting the driver. First, we should select the driver. After selecting the driver, next we are going to connecting to the database server, the second stage. At the time of we are connecting the database server, we are having the three parameters will be there. Under the parameters, we are giving as a port number. Means we are giving the which driver we are selecting, type 4 driver or thin driver we are selecting means if we are giving the parameter. Under the parameter, we are giving the driver, then port number. After connecting, then after the port number, under the Oracle product, maybe you are using the Express edition or Enterprise edition. Maybe based on that, if we are using the Enterprise edition means we are giving as a ORCL. Express means we are giving as EXEL. We are giving. Then the second parameter we are using as a username and the password. What is the database username and the password will be there. That under the second parameter and the third parameter we are giving the username. The username is Scott, and the coming to the third parameter, the password will be giving as a Tiger. Maybe if you have changed the username and the password at the time of the installation the Oracle software, then what is the user specific? Maybe if you are defining your own database, then you can give your own database username and the password. Now next we are going for the third step. Under the third step, we are going for the statement execution. Structure query language statement execution means which statement, which command you want to execute. Actually, under the execution statement, we are having as a create statement, insert statement, update, delete. So many statements will be there, and so many commands will be there. Now, if you are using as a select statement, then we should use as a execute query. Means we are retrieving from the database server. At the time of we are retrieving the database server, actually we are storing under the result set object. From the result set object only we are retrieving. That is the purpose. Execute query, the method return type is a result set object. Result set is a interface is available under the SQL package. Now if you are using as a execute update, this execute update method return type is a integer. Means this execute update method is available under the statement interface. Actually under the SQL package, so many classes and interfaces will be there. Here the interfaces means statement, prepare statement, callable statement, result set object. Then we are having one more, we are connection interface will be there. We are having as a connection interface will be there. Now coming to classes, only the two classes is required. Driver manager is a class. Driver manager is a class. Then one more class is there. Two classes. With the help of these two classes, around 5 to 6 interfaces. Now we are designing the application. Now, if you want to design the application, just now I said ODBC, Oracle Database Connection, and the Java Database Connection. With the help of the API application, now we are designing the application to connect a database server. Now, application make calls to connect with the database server. What I said, connecting data. Then statement commands, fetching. here the fetching means result set object. Then open database connectivity. It will work with the help of C programming and C++ and C Sharp and the Visual Basics. ODBC will work only for the C programming, C++, C Sharp and the Visual Basic. Then JDBC will work with the help of the Java. Now ODBC and JDBC will under the dynamic SQL. Now we are learning the JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. Now for the Java Database Connectivity, now if you are going for the Java Database Connectivity, these will be there. Under the Java Database Connectivity, SQL connections will be there. What I said, what I explained the parameters under the time of we are connecting the database server. Connection, parameters, first parameter connection, then connecting database, identified user and the password. Then we are giving as a type of the arguments. Then what I explained the previous, just same will be there under the statements under JDBC API. The next we are going for the functions. It's a very important that today's class embedded SQL and the dynamic SQL is very important for your university theory exam. In this today's class, application, how with the help of the programming language, how interacting with the structured query language. Dynamic SQL and embedded SQL is very important. The last theory exam they asked, can you give the example for the dynamic application with the help of the Java programming, how you are connecting it to the database server? They asked for the 7 marks for the last previous exam, theory exam. Now, in the today's class, you are learning about the functions and procedures. Functions and procedures are very important for your, at the time of we are designing the project, mini project and the major project. Now, here the functions and procedures we are learning under the PLSQL program. Actually, procedural language, under the procedural language, we are learning about the scenarios, functions and procedures. Functions will return the value, procedure will not return the value. Under the function, return class will be there. Coming to the procedure, return class will be not there. Procedure is a set of instructions which take the input and perform the certain task. Means, it taking the input and performing the task. SQL procedure does not return the value. In the Java, procedure and functions are same, also called as a subroutines. In Java, we are calling as a procedure and functions are same. Coming to the PLSQL, procedure and functions are different. Functions will return the value. Set of instructions, it take the some input and perform the certain task. In SQL, the functions will return the value. Under the SQL, procedures will not return the value. Now, if you want to see the difference between, maybe they are asking for the 2 marks or 4 marks, what is the difference between the procedure and functions? What is the difference between the store procedure and store functions? Now, if you are going for the definition of the function, function is used to calculate the result using the given the input values. Means, what are the values but input values is giving, based on that values it will calculate and return the values. Coming to the procedure, procedure is performing the certain task in order. Means, if you want to call the function, we can call the function. Coming to the procedures, we cannot call the procedures. Now, coming to the DML, data manipulation language. Data manipulation language, the statement cannot be executed within the function. Coming to under the procedures, it can be executed within the procedures. Coming to the function, under the functions, we are having the parameter. In mode will be there. Under the coming to the procedure, we are having as a 3 modes will be there. In mode, out mode, in out mode will be there. Under the procedure, by default mode will be there, in mode will be there. Now, coming to if you want to talk about the structure query language under the function and procedure, functions can be called within the query. Under the functions, we can call the structure query language. Coming to the procedures, we cannot call the structure query language. Now, if you want to call the structure query language, whenever the function is called, the first compile before being to called. Functions, coming to the functions and procedures, first it will compile, after compiling only then it will run the application. Procedures is compiled once, it can be called for the multiple times without giving the compilation time. If you want to use the try and catch under the functions and procedures, functions cannot support the try and catch. Coming to the procedures, it will support for the try and catch block. Now if you want to use the select statement, the select statement can be used under the function call. Under the procedure, we cannot use the select statement. This is a major difference between the functions and procedures for your 2 marks, very important for your theory exam. Now if you want to see the example for the function, if you want to declare the function, create or replace function, then the function name. For the function we are passing the parameters. After the passing the parameters, then next we are giving as a return class. For the return class we are giving as a return type of the data type. It is an integer or maybe the any type of the data type. Then we are declaring, after declaring the count function, then after that we under the function we are writing the select query. After the select query, then we are returning the, what are the value we are returning here, that value we are passing under the return class. At the end of the function we are closing. If you want to execute the functions, at the runtime only we should pass the value for the parameter. After compilation, then at the runtime we should pass the value. Functions will return the value, procedures will not return the value. Now coming to the procedure, if you want to write the example for the procedure, create or replace procedure, under the procedure we are giving as a parameter. The parameter mode is by default it is taking as an in mode. If you are giving or not giving, by default it will take as an in mode. Now we are giving as a out mode. Means here one more mode will be there, in out mode will be there. Then begin, select count, after the from, then we are giving, here we are not using the return class under the procedure. The major difference between the procedure and the functions. Then one more 2 marks is very important, recursion under the structure query language. Already you learn in the programming language, recursion means if you are calling the function again and again, we are calling as a recursion. In the recursion under the SQL also we are having, if you want to write the recursion query with recursive we are having as a command will be there with recursive, then we are giving as a function name record request, then we are passing the 2 parameters, then we are giving as a as class, then we are giving as a select statement, then again we are passing the under the recursion function, what are the parameters we are passing, that parameters we are calling with the help of the help of the parameters we are passing. Then recursion means if you are calling the function number of times in the SQL it is possible. The major scenario under the recursion under the SQL. Thank you. In the next class we are going for the normalization scenario.